you love it when you're right? I mean, of course, we here at Right Alerts, we love to be right. And we're not just talking about right as in the right side. Oh, speaking of that, there you go. Welcome to live program.
Police chiefs and other top law enforcement officers from across the nation.
This is what happens when you do live. I am here at Right Alert.
Let's bring in CNN national correspondent Suzanne Morrow. What is she saying?
Well, Brianna, first of all, she is giving legitimacy to the real concerns, the experiences, and the complaints that are coming.
There you go. Got it. Finally have it all. Okay, see, this is what we get. So I'm here at Right Alerts learning how to use a really big screen. And guess what? We are live here. And also going on live right now, the left, you have Barack Obama having to admit that he was wrong. Well, we know we're not going to get that he was wrong. But what we are going to be told is that, as was admitted today by the State Department, well, leverage is the word I think that they're saying, that it was leverage. The $400 million that a few weeks ago we said we knew because there was a pastor that was a part of the group that was released. There was a pastor that told the press that, yes, we were told we could not leave on this plane, that we could not until the other plane with the cash had touched down. But yet, you had this administration and the State Department again say, no, completely separate issues. They had nothing to do with each other. In fact, it was a coincidence. Yeah, man, coincidence. Well, today, they had to eat what we call crow, because finally someone from the State Department had to admit that, yes, it was. But are we really getting that kind of leverage? I'm sitting here and I'm watching kind of the coverage that they have right now. The U.S. State Department. Cash was held and for the Iran hostages to be released. Leverage. And then you've got Democrat senators going on and actually saying it was right. That yes, that was exactly, it was the right thing to do. Now they're saying it. Once again, this is how Democrats do it. They wait until they get caught. And then they come out with the truth. Or a shade of the truth. But think about it. If they never got caught, would we ever know? Would they continue to think that, make this idea that the right wing are just a bunch of conspiracy theories? You know, lately, the conspiracy theories are actually winning more than the Democrats, and they're becoming true. So really, who has the conspiracy theories? Might be the Democrats, and the fact that they don't think America's watching or paying attention. Let's look at today's storyline. I'm sorry, I just find this beautiful. For anybody that's news and politics, look at these storylines, and I don't know if it's backwards or not. But the U.S. used a plane filled with $400 million in cash intended for Iran as leverage to ensure that American prisoners were released by Tehran, a State Department spokesman said on Monday. The money was held up because of concern Iran would not come through on its agreement to release the prisoners earlier this year. Spokesman John. Wait a minute. Iran isn't going to do exactly what we asked them to do, or they're not going to fulfill their bargain? What makes you think they wouldn't do that? Oh, wait a minute, because it's Iran. And yet, how much money did we send to them? How much money are we letting them out of with this great nuclear deal that President Obama and Hillary Clinton, she goes back and forth on her days whether or not she negotiated or not. I mean, come on, guys. How much do they think that we actually believe we're not paying attention? Well, we are. And when you've got the media finally having to print it and make it. Now, here's my only thing. Do you think this is a top issue? Do you think this is on the headlines of the media pages? Well, no, I'm just going to go to one because that's the only one that I go to, as we all know. But I think, no, it's already number 3, because guess what else happened today? We found out that we're doing Clinton campaign hits Trump for not releasing tax returns. That is what they're covering right now. That's why it's important that you pay attention to media outlets like RightAlerts.com and others out there. You had a great announcement yesterday, Breitbart. Their head guy, Steve Bannon, joined the Trump campaign. It just shows that the only way to strength is a lot of these online news networks. Now, one other issue that I wanted to talk about while I have your attention. I went on CNN this morning, and I was talking about a new report came out. Reuters is reporting, this was also reported our friends by Breitbart, that 5,350 immigrants or migrants, illegals, crossed the border and were caught by our immigration enforcement, our border patrols, from countries in Africa and Asia. through our border, and that was October 2015 through May 2016. It's just been released. That is higher than, I think the average was about 6,000 from last year alone. So it is going up. Guys, that's the whole reason why we have a problem with our... No! See, I'm back on it again. That's the reason why we say that we have a problem right now with our border. Because it's not just, they want to make it out to be this is just an immigration, that this is just workers coming over to work in our hotels and do jobs that supposedly Americans don't want to do. That's not what this is. This is also illegals that are coming over from other countries that are wanting to do harm to our country, to our national security, to our communities. Hence, why we do need to build a wall, why we do need to strengthen up our borders, why we need to know exactly who is coming into this country. Do you think we know the 5,350 Asians and African migrants? Many of these countries are from countries where known terrorism exists. You know, top American military officials at Southcom, Chief Navy Administrator Kurt Tidd, the head guy out there, he's actually recently warned, saying various networks in his area specializing in trafficking illegals into U.S. from countries that are affiliated with terrorism. We have the head guy from Southcom saying this, the military advisors saying this, and yet the Democrats and Hillary Clinton want to continue this open border policy, don't want to do anything to stop. And we wonder why we have problems of terrorism today that are starting to grow in this country, why we have issues that don't even get reported often within our country, within our media. But you know, it has gotten reported lately. Black Lives Matter. We had everything that happened yet in Milwaukee this week. We saw that. Well, the problem with that is that while they want to sit there and talk about police officers, which, you know, I've said time and time again, I will always stand with our law enforcement. Just there, don't even ask me. I will always stand with them. I want to sit there and point out to you folks that there is a rise right now. While Democrats on the left sit there and say that we have crime going down our country, guess what? Guess what is going up? Our law enforcement officers being killed. More law enforcement today has been killed than in prior years. I think we're already up to 36 in 2016 alone. So while yes, we have necessarily crime going down, which I think has a lot to do with the fact that more people own guns right now, but that's a whole nother issue. The assault on our law enforcement has gone up. And Hillary Clinton, what does she decide to do? Well, she meets with some of the chiefs of police. But are they chief of police from like conservative areas, from Republican areas, people that would actually question her? No. She meets with the chief of police from Seattle, Milwaukee, Baltimore. She meets with those officers that she knows are going to be friendly. Does she ever actually meet with folks that are going to question her, whether it's the press, whether it's the people, even law enforcement? Did she ever meet with folks that will in any way push her on the issue, push her on her place, push her on her policies? No. That would be too easy. She might get pushed back and actually reveal that she has no clue, or that she does have clue as to what's going on. It's a very, very, very scary thing right now. And I just want to remind you as I close up and I finish this line here, like I said, we're here at Rideout Phoenix, Arizona, finishing I've got 2 more days here, that George Orwell once said that journalism is printing what someone else does not want printed. That's journalism. That's what's covering all these stories is. Anything else, aka printing something that everybody wants to hear or read, is just public relations. We've got lots of stories right now that need honest coverage. And when we're talking, and these aren't just like, these are not just issues that affect your pocketbook. These are very dangerous issues. Whether we are talking about the ransom, how we start our conversation, and the ransom payment that our country paid. I thought we didn't negotiate with terrorists. The Pandora's box that just opened. Or we're talking about the assault on law enforcement. Or any issues in between. This is why right now is the most important time in history. RideAlerts.com. Story continuing. And I will talk to you guys later. Have a great day.